Hi, I want to take a minute and talk about my homework philosophy. About 8 years ago, I quit assigning points to homework, which basically means that I quit requiring homework. But that's not even exactly true, because I don't think it's possible for most learners, if they're in an appropriate course, to be able to do the entire course content without doing any homework. I think most of us as learners need to do some homework some of the time. In some courses I've taken, I have to do a lot of homework. And in some courses, I don't need to do as much. I'm sure that's probably true for you as well. And like me, that might also shift for you from chapter to chapter, unit to unit, week to week, day to day. Some days I need more than other days. So my goal here is to give you control over it. And I recognize that we run a risk by me not putting points on it. The naysayer out there says, well, if you don't put points on it, your students won't do it. And I just don't believe that's true. I think if I give you enough options and enough support, and you are motivated by whatever motivates you to get credit for this course, then you'll do what you need to do. And you very likely, like most human beings, will need to make adjustments along the way. Maybe this week you do a ton of practice and you realize, I maybe did more than I needed to. Great, make an adjustment in the following week. Or maybe you're on the other side where you think you did enough and you find out next week as you're demonstrating what you know that, no, I actually didn't do enough. That's fine. Go make an adjustment. You're going to have multiple opportunities to show me what you know, and your grade will go up as you do that. This really isn't a gotcha system. And you'll be able to believe me over time in that. If you've never experienced anything like this, you have good reason to be hesitant. Like, what's the trick here? Is he out to get me? Is he going to just drop this massive hammer next week? And that can be a little bit scary. And so if you're not sure about how to make this choice of how much practice do I do, and you just really want to feel like, okay, I've done what I can, then you can do all the practice sets that I've listed. You can absolutely do that. It will not harm you. It's an appropriate amount of practice. But is it necessary for all of you? I doubt it. I doubt that it is. And the big shift for me as a teacher is I stopped trying to guess how much practice my students needed at the beginning. Because the only time I ever really feel confident that I know how much practice each student needed is when it is in the past tense, when we're at the end of something and I can look backward. And in conversation with a student, we can go either, yeah, you practiced enough, or, you know what, it might have helped you to do a little bit more practice. My goal is to empower you with making those choices, and to emphasize you working on the stuff in the way that works for you and to the degree that you need to work on it. And I feel confident that if I provide you enough learning resources and you have access to me and to your classmates, you can do this. So I know it can be a little disconcerting to be given this kind of choice, especially in a math course. It can feel scary or like willy-nilly. Like, is it not this big of a deal? And we'll just have to figure it out together as we go. I don't know what to tell you that can turn this class into a checklist where it's just do this, do this, do this, do this. Learning doesn't work that way. I don't know what you need, but I'm here to support you as you discover what that is, and you will get multiple opportunities to show me what you know, because that's the goal here, is for you to learn. And I don't think you should be penalized for learning, and I don't think that it's appropriate for me to tell you how much I think you need to practice. I think that's your job, not my job. So thanks for joining in this experiment. We're going to get it. Have a great day.